Hi guys, I have 4 festive DIYs for you. They're kind of in a rustic style. Look forward to more videos of me and friends. It's gonna get really Christmassy here. So first of all, we have this really nice festive garland, and I got these bells from Hobbycraft. I got most of these bits from Hobbycraft actually. I'm just gonna unravel the bells as they're gonna be kind of like the main piece for our garland. I'm going to need to have the pine cones and bows, and I'm just going to unwrap them. And do the same, just take off the bows from wherever, and if you know how to make bows, I guess you can make small bows. These were kind of the perfect size for what I'm doing. So I'm just going to grab the acorns, and they already have wire tops, so it's kind of really handy, and you're just going to wrap it around the string. This string is kind of extendable, so you can kind of like make it shorter and longer at the end. Once you've got one on, you're just going to alternate it, and I'm adding a red bow next to the pine cone. It should look something like this once you've got them on, and then we're going to add another pine cone, and then after we've got on another pine cone, you're going to kind of alternate that again with a bow. So this is super quick and easy, no glues even needed, just the materials that you have. That's why I kind of like the fact that these bows also came with this kind of strawy stuff that you have for baubles kind of as well, so it made it really handy and easy. And just keep going till the end of the line, and once you're done, you should have something like this. And I just kind of pinned it up with some kind of those sticky hooks and some tape, and I think it looks really cool. I love the vibes. I think tartan's going to be a running theme for me this Christmas, and it looks really great. I love it, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. Okay, so I made some bunting. I'm loving making bunting recently, and I've used tartan scrap material and holly. I mean, it's quite different to last time, but it's still also very similar to the way I made it for Halloween. So I'm going to draw a triangle so I know I have the perfect template. Once you've drawn a triangle, just cut it out with scissors. You don't have to draw the triangle, you might just want to like cut it out of the fabric, but I'm really fussy and would get so annoyed after if I could just cut it straight from the fabric. Then I have to make sure it's symmetrical, so I fold it in half, and then you'll know if it's not, you can trim it slightly. I guess it doesn't have to be, but I just like it to be. Need some string for this DIY, and I'm just going to pull a long piece of string similar to kind of how the bell garland was. You can get it on eBay, it has different thicknesses. Some holly, like a pack of it, I got 6 for £1 in Wilko, and some tartan material, I think this was £2.50 for a metre in Hobbycraft, and some scrap material. I need some fabric scissors and the hot glue gun. Okay, so you're going to pin the triangle to the scrap material, and you're going to kind of cut out a triangle so you have a material triangle template, and just take out the pins, and voila, you got your triangle template. Okay, to make this a lot quicker, we're going to fold the scrap material in half, and then we're going to pin down the material template to the scrap material. So instead of cutting out loads of different triangles like different times, this will give you like 4 triangles at once. So just fold the material how many times ever, depending how long you want your bunting, so you get loads of triangles at once, so it'll just be like so much quicker for you. And once you've got done that, just cut it out. Then you're going to need to unpin it, and also you're gonna need to cut the sides, so where the folds were, to make sure you get your individual triangles, otherwise they'll still be stuck together. And you're going to unpin it, and yeah, actually something like this. Just make sure you cut off all the corners so they're all separated. And bam, I've got like 5 triangles, so it was so much quicker to do it this way. I'm gonna grab the tartan material and do the same. Make sure it's folded over a few times before pinning the triangle down to the tartan, and you're just going to cut it out again neatly using the same first triangle template, and they should all be the same this way. I love this tartan, it's so Christmassy. I love tartan so much, and so happy that all these kind of DIYs are kind of intertwining together. Okay, once you've done that, you're just going to do the same. I'm going to cut along the folds to make sure that all your triangles are nice and separated. And unpin it carefully. Then you're going to start folding over your triangles and hot gluing them down to the string. And just be very careful with the hot glue. Just carefully place the string on the triangle, and then you're going to kind of flip it over, similar to before with the Halloween bunting, but it's just a string and not ribbon. And you're going to throw about overlapping so much as it's easier to put the triangles next to each other. So it should look something like this, and do exactly the same with the tartan. Do a glue line with the hot glue gun and put on the string and flip it over. And so I want to make some more bunting. I love making bunting, it's so much fun. And just be really careful. I feel like it's so much easier as tartan because it's already got grids, it's already got lines, it's so much easier to cut. It's already looking so cool and Christmassy. And just keep going until you've got your bunting as long as you would like it. Okay. Once you've kind of got them all down, you should grab some holly. I'm going to hot glue the holly down to the plain scrappy kind of bunting fabric. I'm going to blob some glue on the back of it to secure it to the back. I'm also going to grab a bit of cardboard in a minute because I'm worried about getting it on my floor. Like it's going to I always get hot glue stuck to my floor basically. So yeah, just put enough hot glue on the back, flip it over, and put a little bit of hot glue underneath as well, just to secure the leaf. And yeah, if you're doing it on wooden floor like me, I suggest also grabbing some cardboard too, otherwise you'll be scraping off the wooden floor, and that should secure it a bit on the back and a bit under the leaf should do the job. And just do the same and try to make sure the holly's all in the same direction, otherwise I felt it looked a bit weird. And hot glue them down. I guess you could alternate them, but I personally just felt it looked weird if the hollies were kind of facing different directions with the way it kind of hung. So I made sure they were all in the same direction and just did the same for all of them. Once it's done, it should look something like this, and then you can hang it wherever you like. It's just really fun, cute festive bunting. I hope you like this, guys. Now we're going to make this cool picture frame thing. I'm inspired by Pinterest a bit, so I'll link my Pinterest board down below. It's using my old Christmas decorations. And we've got tartan again. It's kind of going to be a thing throughout. You're going to need a deep box picture frame. I got mine from Hobbycraft for about £5. Have a look online, I'm sure you can get them. They're good for hanging art and things that are a bit more 3D. You're just going to need to take off everything, kind of like just take off the back, the inside, just want the bare kind of frame. I'm going to keep them though because I may reuse this frame later for something else, so I'm just going to take apart the things. If you've got an old frame, I'm sure that will work just as well. I just didn't have an old frame that would have worked for this DIY. Grab baubles, these are me and Joe's from last year in our flat. And then I'm going to take off these sparkly bits that hang up the baubles, as I want to replace the sparkly bits with some rope to give it kind of more of a rustic feel, and it kind of fits more with like the aesthetic of this particular DIY. And I'm going to grab some pine cones as well. Okay, I'm just seeing what they look like kind of hung up on the frame, but you are going to need to flip it over before I'm attaching things. And I'm just going to attach things by string with hot glue. So just grab the hot glue once you're happy and place down the baubles. And be really careful with it, and just do it at different lengths. I found this kind of was fun, or do it however you like, but I wanted to do it at different lengths. And I kind of alternated the baubles, and then I'm just grabbing the wire from the pine cones and hot gluing that down very carefully as well, and kind of alternating them. And I'm just seeing what that's like hanged up. And this was really fun and also very quick to make. It's kind of an alternate to having a tree or something in your bedroom. And now we're going to make a ribbon this time. So we're going to cut a strip of tartan, and you're going to fold it in half and hot glue it together. once you've done that, you're just going to kind of like trim away the messy edge, and you don't have to be like too neat about it, but yeah, just trim away the messy edge. And then you're going to cut another strip of tartan, and this is going to be for your tail and for the clasp of the bow as well. So I'm just cutting off this little end bit that's going to be the clasp of the bow, and you're just going to bunch up the bow together like so. It's like really quick and easy. Grab a tail and bunch it too, and grab a clasp in the middle to kind of seal it all together. Joe suggested you could actually just get a long bit of fabric and tie a bow, and you could do that, but I kind of wanted it to look a particular way. But you can also do it that way if you prefer. There's lots of different ways of making bows. So once you've got the clasp, flip it, and like don't hesitate, just flip it as quickly as possible. You're going to grab some hot glue and kind of secure the clasp and the bow together roughly, just so you know it's together. Once it's holding together, then you can make it a little bit neater. Okay, flip it over again once you're happy, and you should have something that looks a little bit like this. I'm just sorting it out, making sure like the length and things. I want my tail to kind of be a bit tapered in, so I'm just going to cut off the edges. You can be a bit neater than me. I'm not being very neat about this and just cutting the edges. Okay, once you've got it how you like, you're just going to grab the bow and hot glue it to the corner of the frame, or wherever you would like to place it on the frame. If you'd like to put it in the middle, then do your baubles accordingly. I just thought it looked cute on the corner, it doesn't get in the way, the bow stands out and the baubles stand out. And this is what it looks like when it's finished. Next up, this is more for making your room or living room smell nice. It's like a centerpiece, and it has cinnamon sticks, and it just smells like Christmas. So it's the last DIY. You're just going to grab the baubles and make sure they don't have any string attached to them. And you're just going to place them on a nice plate or a pretty plate. Since I'm trying to make these DIYs all rustic, I've hit this one. It's kind of like a bit dirty. I usually use it for lighting tea candles. So I'm just kind of like arranging the baubles and pine cones together, and kind of like so they look kind of thrown together. And then you're going to grab some cinnamon sticks. I got like loads of these for £1. Some places try to sell them really ridiculous, but I got loads of them for £1. And yeah, it just smells like Christmas, and there you go, you've just got a really pretty decor. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Look forward to more.